So God's vicar on earth, the man that leads Christianity, at least the Catholic branch, is going to meet with the Americans' top comedians. I wonder, are they going to make him chuckle? Are they going to say a good joke? American top comedian, right? So out of 350 million people, plus undocumented, America struggled to find the best of the best of the best. The smartest minds, right? Because you need to be smart in order to make jokes. So who did they get? Oh my god, like when you start with Stephen Colbert, you lost the plot. Like, is this the funniest guy in the room? If you put Stephen Colbert and me in the same room, which one of us do you think is going to make you chuckle first? Be honest with yourself, huh? You know, I expected that they would at least put a Gargura, a PewDiePie, you know, someone that actually makes people laugh or at least cringe. Like even cringe can be funny. Like, it can be a joke that is so cringe that you're laughing at, like, why did the guy say it? Why would he say something like, you know, like shock humor? Can Stephen Colbert do any of those? I actually watched a Stephen Colbert show, unironically, like, and I genuinely wanted to laugh. I really wanted to laugh. Nothing that he said was funny at all. Jimmy Fallon. I almost broke YouTube's DOS. Is he funny? You know what I remember Jimmy Fallon from? Because I actually don't watch his show. But he was talking about a mass shooting. Yes, like, this is comedy in America. It's a comedian talking about a mass shooting. And he was pissing his eyes live on air. Like, he was crying. Very unprofessional, by the way, because it looks fake. That's why it's unprofessional. Like, first of all, this is recording. I know it's recorded. You know it's recorded. So you choose to allow people to see you crying, which makes me think that it's fake. Like what? Like, in your entire life, this is the most tragic thing you have seen. Like when Obama was drone striking kids in the Middle East. Why weren't you crying then? You know, that just begs the question. Like, you're the one that brought it up. And secondly, why is a comedian treating this subject? But what's interesting is that the video was safe for advertisers, right? Because it was on the time on YouTube where they decided to basically restrict advertisements if you talk about sensitive subject. And that was a sensitive subject at the time. His video was monetized. Now, other people did the experiment and downloaded his video on their channel, immediately demonetized, right? So, I guess that's the comedy. Maybe that's the joke, right? Like, some people are just better than others. Some people are above the rules. Whoopi Goldberg. You know what? Whoopi Goldberg is actually a comedian. I seen her on The View. Like, just ask her about anything, especially Donald Trump related, and her opinions are so cringe. We're going to that shock value humor that we talked about previously. Her comic book as well. Holy shit! Like, her comic book is about this elderly lady which reaches menopause, and menopause gives her superpowers. In fact, her comic book, if you replace her face with that of a man, it looks like Blade. Like, and ironically, it fits better. Like, I don't know who the artist that she hired is. I don't know who the person that she commissioned, but, like, I guess maybe that's also part of the joke. So Whoopi Goldberg is actually a comedian. I have no idea who Jim Gaffigan is, or James Martin, or Tig Notaro, or Conan O'Brien, but I know what their politics are. I can assume I know what their politics are, especially on the major issues. Like, if you're asking me gun issues, I know what their policies are on that. Immigration, I already know. I can't do this in real life, though. Like, if I just meet a person, I can't do this. America top comedian. Right? It's funny. It's jokes. Like, they're taking the piss. What else can you say? Also, all of them, I assume they're pro-life, right? Like, they're going to meet the Pope. Or is the Pope going to lecture them about pro-life? Maybe this is what it's about, you know? Bringing the heathens to Christianity. It's like, oh, what is your stance on... Well, the Catholic stance disagrees. And do you think the Pope is going to push them on that? Huh? Chris Rock. Chris Rock is actually like the only one that stands out. Not just that he's actually funny, but also that I can't actually tell his political opinions on things. Yeah, so why are these people meeting the Pope? And the answer is that it's obvious. They're not comedians. They're what we like to call opinion influencers. They're political operatives. They are not there to make people laugh. They are there to instill opinions into people. What all of their shows have in common, it's very high production value. So what they will do is like, oh, Trump said build a wall, and everyone in the audience laughs. It's like, ha ha ha, build a wall, ha 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 ha, right? Because what they want to do is to delegitimize that political opinion. Like they want to create the illusion that even suggesting something like this, normal people that are dressed in suits and they're from polite society will laugh, mock, and ridicule you. That is the thing that they're doing constantly. That is the joke, right? When they say what a Democrat did, everyone applauds. And like that is the purpose of the thing, right? Like you're watching your television from your house. You don't have access to a comment section. You don't have access to how other people react. The only thing you know is like what your family may say about it. But it creates the illusion that this is what's popular right now. This is what you need to believe in right now. This is what's unpopular right now. Do not say this thing because... So, yeah, like they are the ones that are guiding public discourse. They are the ones that are guiding opinion. And this is why the Pope wants to meet with them. And I assume is that the Pope wants to tell them, hey, you know, you need to push on these issues. You need to push on these things. I don't think it's just like a PR thing for the Pope. I don't think it's like, oh, well, the Pope met with the committee. No one cares, right? Like, this is the only thing that I can see. It's like the Pope is going to tell them, this is what I want you guys to push. If you guys want me to do something in return, let me know. Also, what's interesting is that all of these comedians, if you notice, it's not that they're not funny. Like, there was the time with COVID when they actually live streamed from their basement and they had even worse talent, if you can imagine. Like, they were even less funny than when they had the production with the laugh tracks and everything. But it's also like they're anointed. Like you don't... Like the reason Stephen Colbert is funny is because the media tells you that Stephen Colbert is funny. If Stephen Colbert gets fired from his television station and he starts his own YouTube channel, almost no one is going to subscribe. No one is interested in these people. And notice that all of these people are old. Like, how many people under the age of 30 are on this list? Why don't you have young people doing comedy? And the answer is you do. You do have young people doing comedy. There's a lot of YouTubers and even Twitch streamers and VTubers and all of the other people that have millions of subscribers, grassroots. They're coming naturally there. But these ones, they're artificially made. It's like the only reason that these people are funny is because the mainstream media hired them. And they're easily replaceable. They're literally human resources. It's like cogs in a machine. If tomorrow Stephen Colbert gets fired, the mainstream media can hire anyone else, put them in a suit, give them a script to read, give them a prompter, have the audience told when to applaud, when to boo, and when to cheer, and there you have it. Almost nothing changes. It's still the same show. In fact, I'm willing to bet most of these people don't even write their jokes. I mean, this was actually a problem during the writing strike. Many of these comedians had to cancel their shows because their own writers didn't write the jokes. They can't make funny. They can't make funny. It's astonishing. And again, you have independent content creators that are constantly funny. I mean, fuck, just out of the top of my head, like Count Dankula. Count Dankula doesn't need writers to write his own jokes. But it is what it is. Yeah, like they're propagandists. They're agitators. They're not actual comedians. They're not in it to make people laugh. They're not in it to say jokes. They are in it to make a buck. And to be the pawns, the resources, the human resources of the mainstream media. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.